everyone, this is a video of a new model designed by me, easy, practical, and suitable for daily use. I used approximately 350 grams of paper yarn and about 30 grams of cotton yarn with sequins. I will add the purchase links in the description box along with using my own code. You can combine the colors you want according to your taste. In this project, I used a 3.5mm and a 3mm crochet hook. The first piece I will make is using only paper yarn and a 3.5mm crochet hook. We make multiples of 6 plus 2 if you want to make the piece in a larger size. I made 20 chains for this piece. In the second chain, we make 1 single crochet and we make 2 chains. After that, we skip 2 chains and make 1 double crochet in the third chain and we make 2 more chains. We skip 2 more chains and make 1 single crochet, meaning once we make a single crochet and once we make a double crochet. Until we reach the last chain, in which we make 1 single crochet. After we finish the first row, we start the second row with 3 chains and turn the piece. In the double crochet that we made in the first row, we will start making the first flower. We wrap the yarn around the hook and insert the hook into the double crochet stitch and pull the yarn. Then, we pull the yarn through 2 loops only. We wrap the yarn around the hook again and pull the yarn from the double crochet stitch. We pull the yarn through 2 loops only. We repeat the same thing a third time in the same stitch, and this way we will have 4 loops on the hook. We pull the yarn through the 4 loops and we get the first puff stitch, then we make 3 chains. We repeat the same puff stitch one more time in the same double crochet stitch, meaning the 2 puff stitches will be in the same stitch. Now we pull the yarn through the 4 loops, and in the single crochet stitch from the first row, we make only 1 double crochet. It will be a separator between each flower and the next. Now, in the double crochet stitch, we make another flower consisting of 2 puff stitches with 3 chains between them. Now we came out of 4 loops, then we make 3 chains and work the second puff stitch. I speeded up the video here because it is a repeated step. And in the next single crochet stitch, we make 1 double crochet. At the end of the row, we will have 3 flowers, and we end the row with 1 double crochet in the single crochet stitch we made at the beginning. We start the third row with 5 chains and turn the piece. In the large space within the flower we made in the second row, we will make 1 single crochet followed by 2 chains. And in the double crochet we made between the flowers in the second row, we will make 1 double crochet and don't forget to make 2 chains after it. We do 1 single crochet in the large space again, followed by 2 chains. So 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet until we reach the end of the row. At the end of the row, after making 2 chains, we make 1 double crochet in the third chain of the second row. To start the fourth row, we make 5 chains and turn the piece. In this row, we will start with a half flower and end with a half flower. In the first stitch, we make 1 puff stitch. We pull the yarn through the 4 loops, and this way we have made a half flower. And in the single crochet we made in the previous row, we will make 1 double crochet. And in the double crochet in the previous row, we will make a full flower, followed by 1 double crochet. The video has been speeded up and shortened because the steps are repeated. At the end of the row, in the third chain of the previous row, we make another half flower. We wrap the yarn around the hook and pull it through the stitch and pull through 2 loops only, meaning we make an incomplete double crochet. We repeat it 2 more times and pull through 4 loops, and we get a puff stitch or the half flower. We make 2 chains and end the row with 1 double crochet in the same stitch where we made the puff stitch. With this, we have finished the first 4 rows. What we will do now is a repetition of the first 4 rows. We make 1 chain to start the 5th row and turn the piece. In the first stitch, we make 1 single crochet and 2 chains. In the double crochet from the previous row, we make 1 double crochet, then we make 2 chains. In the large space in the middle of the flower from the previous row, we make 1 single crochet followed by 2 chains. We continue with the same steps until the end of the row. We reach the end of the row. We make 2 chains, then 1 single crochet in the 3rd chain from the previous row. Now we start repeating the 2nd row of crochet with the same steps. We make 3 chains, turn the piece, and start making the first flower. We start with the first puff stitch, then 3 chains, then the second puff stitch. And with the same steps, we complete the rest of the rows. Not much is left. We finish the row with a double crochet stitch and 1 chain. This way we have finished 10 full rows. Now we will start making a border for this piece using the single crochet stitch. In the side border of this piece, we make 1 single crochet in every space and 2 single crochets in some large spaces. The number of stitches I got, excluding the corners, is 17 stitches. In the corner now, as we are used to, we make 3 single crochets. It is preferable to place a marker in the middle stitch if you are a beginner. In the bottom area, we make 2 single crochets in the large spaces and 1 single crochet in the small spaces. The total number of stitches on the side, excluding the corners, is 17 stitches. In the corner, don't forget to make 3 single crochets. With this, we have finished the bottom edge and the bottom corners, and we start working on the side border. In the side border as well, we make 17 single crochets between the corners. The number must match the opposite side. In the corner as well, don't forget to make 3 single crochets. On the top edge, we make 1 single crochet in the single stitches and 3 single crochets in the large spaces. And also, the final count for the top edge is 17 stitches. In the last corner, we make only 2 single crochets and create the 3rd stitch using a sewing needle. We cut the yarn and use a suitable needle for 2 mm thick yarn, and I close the row through the first stitch we made in the border. Now we hide the rest of the yarn and cut the excess end. From this piece, we make 4 identical copies. And the other piece is very simple. In it, I combine the paper yarn with the cotton yarn. In this piece, I started with 20 chains, then worked 21 rows. And we also make 4 pieces of it. Now I am sewing the 2 pieces we made together. And let's not forget to make them in opposite directions to the other 2 pieces. Now, using the needle and paper yarn, we will sew the 2 pieces together from the side edges. We start from the top stitch of the 3 corner stitches with the first stitch of the second piece. We sew the first stitch twice to secure it. Now we work each stitch with the edge of the row in the second piece. And we continue sewing until the end. We sew the last stitch twice to secure it, then hide the excess yarn. Now we make a border for the 2 pieces we sewed to make the lines even. We choose any point to start from and make the first single crochet stitch. And in every stitch, we make one single crochet. At the point between the two pieces, we make one single crochet. We continue until the first corner and make 3 single crochets in the middle stitch. We complete the border in the same way, and at every corner, don't forget to make 3 single crochets. We make the last single crochet of the border, cut the yarn, and close the border with the needle through the first stitch we made. Now we have 2 pieces ready for the front of the bag, and we want to sew them together. Also using the sewing needle and paper yarn, we will start joining the 2 pieces together. We start here from the middle stitch of the corner in both pieces. Make sure you choose the correct corners as shown in the video. We start sewing from the back loop of the stitch, not the whole stitch. We sew the first stitch twice for securing. We work each stitch with its opposite. Try not to get confused and continue until the end. In the last stitch, we sew twice and hide the excess yarn. Now we have the front and back pieces of the bag, but we need to make another border to even out the edges. We choose any point to start from with a single crochet stitch. We continue until we reach the meeting point of the two pieces, trying to fill the gap between them with a single crochet stitch. The most important thing is that the two pieces are completely identical in the number of stitches, so that there is no distortion after sewing the side piece of the bag. And of course, don't forget to make 3 single crochets in the 4 corners. With this, we finish the border with the single crochet stitch. We cut the yarn, close the border with the sewing needle, and hide the excess yarn. The most important point now is the number of stitches for the border of the two pieces, so we can know the number of rows we will make for the side piece. The number of stitches I have for the border, excluding the top edge, is 142. That is why the number of rows for the side piece was 142 plus 12 more rows, so my total rows are 154. I will tell you later why I added 12 more rows. So I started the side piece with 19 chains and worked 154 rows of single crochet. Now we will start joining the front piece with the side piece using a sewing needle. But first, we must flip the two pieces because we will sew them from the inside. We will start sewing from the top stitch of the 3 corner stitches and from the back loop only, not the whole stitch. We sew it with the first row of the side piece, and of course, we sew it twice to be secure. Now we continue sewing each stitch against a row from the side piece. Don't forget, only in the back loop. We continue until we reach the first corner. In the side piece, we made 12 extra rows. 6 of them will be merged here in the first corner. In the front piece, there are 3 stitches in the corner. Each will be sewn with 3 rows from the side piece. We go back to the same stitch and sew it with the second and third row. We move to the second corner stitch and also sew it with 3 rows. And with the third stitch, we repeat the same thing. This method makes the bag wider from the inside and creates a slight puffiness on the outside, giving the bag a nice shape. We go back to completing the rest of the stitches in the normal way, and at the next corner, we repeat merging the rows with the 3 stitches. And we continue until the end. We place the back piece face to face with the front piece and sew it in the same way. This way we have joined the 3 pieces together and we flip the bag like this. Now, with a 3mm crochet hook, we work 2 rows to make the edge of the bag even and neat. We choose any point to start from and make the first single crochet stitch. We continue until the end of the row. In the place of the first stitch, we make 1 single crochet to hide the first stitch. Close the row with a slip stitch and start the second row with the first stitch. We continue until the end of the row with the same single crochet stitch. We hide the first stitch with a single crochet and close the row with a slip stitch. We complete the rest of the row with a slip stitch to make the bag's edge even. We cut the yarn, close the row with a needle, and hide the rest of the excess yarn. Now for the bag's body, we take the last step, which is an optional step you can do or not according to your taste. We make a decorative border starting from the first point where we began sewing the front face with the side piece. We remember that we sewed from the back loop of the stitch and left the front loop visible because we will use it now. In the first stitch, visible in front of us, we make the first stitch of the decorative border. We skip one stitch, and in the third stitch we make 5 half double crochets. We wrap the yarn around the hook, pull it through the third stitch, then pull it through the 3 loops. We work the half double crochet 5 times in the same stitch. After that, we skip one stitch, and in the next stitch we make 1 slip stitch. We skip a stitch, and in the next stitch we make another 5 half double crochets. Meaning once a slip stitch and once 5 half double crochets with a skip stitch in between. We continue until we reach the last stitch. In the last stitch, it's better to close it with a sewing needle and hide the excess yarn. This border can be made on the front side only, but I made it on both sides. Now we have completely finished the bag's body, only the handle remains. You can use 2 leather handles with a length of 60 to 70 centimeters. I made 2 simple classic handles. I started with only 6 chains and worked rows of single crochet for a length of only 17 centimeters. I left a bit of long yarn at the beginning and end of the handle to sew it into the bag's body with a sewing needle. I sewed them from the inside in suitable and matching spots. And so we have reached the end of today's video. I hope you liked the bag model and found the explanation clear and easy. Thank you to everyone who watched the video until the end. Your support means a lot to me. I will see you in the next video, God willing. Goodbye.